employers are more likely to actively recruit people with disabilities than smaller companies. Employers' views about disability tend to positively change with exposure. Hey, there's a thought. Maybe if we get more people with disabilities employed, they'll understand more about people with disabilities. Sort of a good positive cycle that spirals up instead of down. Under conditions of available and competent support from disability employment programs, employers are willing to hire people with disabilities who not only require extensive initial training and follow-up support needs, but who may also need considerations for customized and restructured task assignments. Employers are asking for the technical supports that providers offer to them. With respect to people with typically stigmatized disabilities such as intellectual or psychiatric disabilities, employers have consistently been more positive about these workers when they receive help identifying and implementing appropriate accommodations and supports. People with intellectual and psychiatric disabilities are a mystery to many employers because they can understand a ramp, but they cannot understand what a stress might mean or how to accommodate an individual. And I don't know if some of you saw the child on TV this morning on the Today Show who got maced, a 7 or 8 year old, I guess second grader, who got maced because he was acting out and he was threatening his teachers, and the teachers were hiding, and the police came and couldn't figure out a better way to talk this child down, so they decided to mace him in the 10 minutes they had with him instead of calling for some experts who could have dealt with him in an appropriate way. Unbelievable. Employers consistently identify two factors in their success with workers with disabilities: the help of a partner organization experienced in disability issues and the ability of these organizations to recognize employers' operational needs. If anything, what I've heard over and over from employers is CRPs need to understand what language we're speaking as employers and the timeliness of how they deliver goods and services. If I'm calling a temp agency, Manpower, to help me with somebody, I don't want to wait for a week to get a call back. If I'm calling another organization in your community of CRP to provide me with that support and services, then I might not be very happy if I have to wait a week for a callback. I want somebody today to fill that position. I need the timeliness of it all. What do employees want? Employees will be looking for more fluidity and diversity among work experiences, better fits to their individual profiles, more opportunities for personal and professional growth, and a balanced win-win employment relationship. They don't necessarily want more money. Most employees don't necessarily want more money if they feel that the money is fairly given. U.S. Department of Labor estimates that today's learner will have 10 to 14 jobs by the time they're 38 years of age. Remember when I was growing up, I would say go to another job and my dad would be all freaked out. Oh my God, you're going to be a job hopper. Please don't be a job hopper. And I was like, but I don't like this job. I'm going to go to that job. And they're going to pay me like a penny more. And he'd be like, don't be a job hopper. For God's sakes, you're going to have this list of companies that you work for. Oh, today, they don't care. Kids don't care. Young people don't care. And employers should not care. You're buying talent. And it's up to you to keep that talent, because that's a precious commodity today. 1 in 4 workers today is working for a company for whom they have been employed for less than 1 year. More than 1 in 2 are working for a company for whom they have worked for less than 5 years. Think about the fluidity of that whole environment. Hold on a second. I cut my nails too short last night. Okay. Thank you. Thank you. It was a cheap disability joke, and thank you for going with me on it. In 1955, 40% of U.S. workforce was engaged in manufacturing, construction, and mining. Today, 50 years later, only 15.8% of our workforce is associated with this, and 41% are service workers. According to former Secretary of Education Richard Riley, the top 10 jobs that will be in demand in 2011 didn't exist in 2004. Now here's the ultimate home run statement here. We are currently preparing students for jobs that don't yet exist using technologies that have not yet been invented in order to solve problems we don't even know are problems yet. Yow! We are currently preparing students for jobs that don't yet exist using technologies that have not yet been invented in order to solve problems that we don't even know are problems yet. So what are we really teaching and training for? The ability to change, the ability to learn. That is really what we're all about.